Evening, and welcome to Spine Chilling Cinema. I am your host, Oliver, the Caretaker Collins, along with my lovely co-host, as you can see, the queen of shenanigans, Alice, and her trusty cat, Bubbles. And tonight on Spine Chilling Cinema, we have The Revolt of the Zombies from 1936. This one stars Dean Jagger. You might know him. He was in the movie Brigham Young with Vincent Price. Also, more recently than that movie would be The Game of Death, starring Bruce Lee. Dean Jagger played the old man, Dr. Land. So yeah, kind of a neat little thing there, you know. You don't really find many people that have been in a horror film and a martial arts film, at least to my knowledge. Alice is very excited about this film that we're showing because it is supposedly a sequel to the 1932 movie White Zombie. We shall see. We shall see. Don't know if Bella is in this one, though, Alice, so don't get your hopes up too high. But as always, let's get to the film. The Revolt of the Zombies.
No, Captain Luke. Your splendid service as an interpreter is appreciated. But when you try to tell me stories of mesmerism, occultism, men without souls, hordes of supermen capable of annihilating armies of trained men, you make me wonder which of us is sane.
General, I dare say I failed in my presentation of the facts.
No, not facts, but the ravings of a mad Cambodian priest. No, Luke, it's too fantastic. Read that last.
General Headquarters. Austrians bringing up veteran shock troops.
One moment. I wish I could believe in your robots. I could use several regiments of them right now. That's all.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to tell me you failed on one. I can read your emotions in your face just as easily as you read the dead languages.
Can't find a language in which to convince General Duval.
No, the chances are you apologized, stammered, he barked, and you retreated without firing a shot.
Wish I had your assurance. Faculty of knowing your objective and driving straight at it.
Well, it's simple. Just impress the other fellow you know more than he does.
It has been called ego, Cliff.
Oh, yes, but I like the American phrase better. Intestinal fortitude.
Don't rub it in.
Well, someone should. You know, I admire your knowledge and you envy my ego. Well, I'll take half your knowledge and you take half my ego and we'll have two smart men.
How much of this high priest story you believe?
Oh, I think there is such a thing as black magic. Call it superstition if you want, I don't know. But I don't believe that you can turn human beings into automatons, or as you call them, zombies.
Do you believe in mental telepathy?
Might be something to it, I don't know.
Well, science does. It's an established fact, Cliff, that in the Orient, the last of an ancient race lives by the laws of telepathy. Their knowledge, their rituals, they're guarded by just such priests as this man Tiong.
All right, I'll buy you a tribe of medals, telegraphist, but I'll not buy you a robot.
Now look, Cliff. Tiong here comes from Angkor, where according to their legends, Angkor was built by these robots. Thousands of tireless, feelingless human machines.
Yes, I know, and they call them zombies.
Controlled and directed mentally by their priest king.
Yes, and Tiong here is the last descendant of that priest king and the only man alive that knows the secret of the zombies.
Tiang. Bakan oi tava. Bakan am tiang. Nya oi tang tanei.
I don't believe a word of it.
He says that the general keeps his ears in the ground like the ears of a corpse. That he'll not listen to the words of wisdom.
What does he want to do? Get the general some earphones?
Eva prai atilai. Atek Shang. Shang vatoi akipula. Tiong still insists his gods say he must create zombie soldiers. He says he'll show us how a handful of zombies can take an entire enemy trench.
I am not here to plead the cause of the Central European power, but that of modern civilization. In the name of humanity, you must not go further with your experiment. It may mean the destruction of the white race.
General Van Schelling, the responsibility is not ours. It is that of a fanatical Oriental priest attached to our Cambodian contingent. We have already placed the man under arrest. His experiment ends with that.
I thank you, sir. I shall be glad to return with that assurance.
Then we are agreed that since the priest Tiong refuses to reveal his secret, he is a menace so powerful that he must be confined where he never again can use his occult knowledge.
Quite right, General.
Right?
I suppose so.
I am in the call. Sir, your threat of life imprisonment apparently has not moved this man.
He understands it means solitary confinement?
Yes, sir, and he still refuses.
Then inform him that we are forced to carry through the sentence of solitary confinement for life.
Yes, sir. Tiang. Bakan etoi va.
He is to be confined to his quarters pending his removal to military prison.
Yes, sir. On guard.
Gentlemen, the priest Tiang was murdered. Murdered by someone who did not want the Allies to benefit by his power to create robot soldiers. Or perhaps by someone who tried to take the secret from him to become the greatest force in the world.
True. When dealing with these Orientals, you deal with fatalists. Death to them is a transition to a better life. Thoroughly understandable.
But his method of creating these zombies must be on record somewhere.
So I believe, sir. And it could only be in one of the temples of Angkor.
Then we must find it. And when this war ends, our duties will not end with it. I make a suggestion and ask that each of you bring it to the attention of your government. Urge them to sponsor jointly an expedition to the lost city of Angkor. And for general appearances, let it be a private expedition. Find the secret of the zombies, destroy it. Then we shall
If you'll permit me to say so, sir, I think we've accomplished a good deal. It took years to make Angkor what she is. Certainly, we can't expect her to divulge her secret to us in just a few months.
Yes, but this all costs money in that.
Darling. Mr. Mack, how do you like me in this helmet?
My dear Claire, I like you in anything.
You're a gallant. I think I look awful in it.
So do I.
Now, Daddy, this is the time you're not to agree with me.
Well, maybe someday I'll say something that meets with your approval.
I've promised myself that, darling. Monsieur Luke, how do you like me in it?
In what?
This hat, copper. This.
I think you're beautiful.
Sure. You're more than gallant.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, now you've spoiled it.
Is this the discussion of business, or are we playing charades?
Proceed, gentlemen. I'll take the minutes to
Now,
brief you.
Claire, now, here,
Fun. Am I intruding?
Well, you're late.
Sorry. I was busy.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Well, that's interesting.
Monsieur Luke, no doubt, has represented me well, I trust.
Well, he made some alibis for you.
That's very nice of him, I'm sure. But I have a habit of handling my own affairs.
I'm looking things over today.
Well, I'll be pleased to accompany you. Perhaps Mademoiselle Duval will permit me to...
Thank you, monsieur. I've made my arrangements. Monsieur Luke has consented to act as my guide.
I see.
In an hour, Monsieur Luke.
Thank you, Mademoiselle Duval. None whatever. So he promised to give up his power, release his subjects for this woman he loves.
Now, that's my idea of a man in love.
You believe the legend?
Who made it up, old Ankavar or you?
It's a true translation of the legend.
Would you have given up all that power for Endra?
I shall never have power, and I've never known love.
Well, power's not so important. You are in love with old stones and pieces of pottery. Well, perhaps you're lucky.
Perhaps.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Cliff Grayson. He's one of our best men here.
Uh-huh. I'm hungry. Let's go back to camp.
All right, let's do.
What did you say his name was?
Jagger.
Oh, no, I mean him.
Oh, Cliff Grayson. I thought for a while she was in love with you.
That shows what imagination can do.
I could have understood that.
Why?
You're so much more her kind.
There goes that inferiority complex again. You know, someday I'm going to cure you with that.
I hope you do. What was it you said once about if you want anything, ride roughshod over everything?
Be ruthless. Forget all sentiment. Get to your objective, take it, and hold it.
I wonder if I could do that.
Perhaps not. But the man that doesn't is a fool. Good night.
Interpret that dance?
Well, I hardly know. Dance is centuries old, I expect.
Yes, but the wiggle's always the same.
That's the traditional wedding dance of the Khmers.
You know, she had a nice
Father?
understanding of the dance.
Now, Father, that girl is my discovery.
This engagement party would not be complete without hearing from the lucky man. On your feet, lads. Let's see you rise to the occasion.
There you are. Well, I hardly know what to say. I suppose that no man hardly knows what to say in a situation like this, but well, I presume we all say just about the same thing, so as trite as it is, may I say, I am the most fortunate man in the world.
Bravo! Bravo!
I'm sorry. I must be overcome by Armand's emotions.
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. What father does when he's giving up the only daughter he ever had.
You couldn't say anything nicer than that, darling.
I've said the right thing at last. I'm improving.
Mr. Grayson, you were about to say something. Were you not?
No, General. Like you, I prefer to listen tonight.
Well, that's strange. I've never known you at a loss for words.
I wish you all the happiness that you deserve.
Welcome back. Alice! You haven't done anything? You didn't move my skull or anything. Is there something I should know about? Anything else going on that is going to surprise me? No, you don't feel like it tonight, huh? Well, that's bonus for me. Oh, you're disappointed that Bela Lugosi isn't in this movie. Yeah, Alice, that's how movies are sometimes. Either, the actor is busy or can't do it, or they don't want him, which I'm sure they wanted Bela Lugosi. But usually sequels aren't as good as the originals anyway, for the most part. Yes, but it's an okay movie so far. Editing is pretty bad. But it's still early. It could always change. Well, we will see. We will see. Is there anything, Alice, about this film that you like so far? The dancer. You think the dancer is the best actress in the film so far? I mean, there's not much to pick from. But I suppose. But yes, it is starting your weekend right with Spine-Chilling Cinema, and we appreciate you greatly for tuning in. Even if the movies might not be that great. Hopefully, Alice and myself keep you entertained enough to not turn the channel. Yes, and as always, if you like the show, maybe not this episode with the movie not being so great, but if you enjoy Spine Chilling Cinema, by all means, go to Facebook. We have a Facebook page. Just look up Spine Chilling Cinema. You'll see a picture of myself with Alice, and I believe Bubbles even snuck in the picture and did a little photobombish type of thing. Oh, he was supposed to be in the film? It wasn't a photo, or the picture not a... Okay. Anyways, you'll see a picture of us on Facebook. Like the page, comment. Let us know what you want to see. Do you want to see more thrillers, more chillers, sci-fi? Although when we show sci-fi, weird things happen. More weird than normal. Yes. But yes, like us on Facebook. We both would appreciate it, even though Alice is kind of more introverted than myself. Yes. But we're babbling on, aren't we, Alice? Oh, you're not, I am. Point taken. But let's get back to the film and see if it gets a little better. From 1936, Revolt of the Zombies.
It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together, isn't it?
Isn't it? I'm always wondering where the next piece goes.
First thing we know, Claire, you'll be a puzzle jigger like us with a sieve and a shovel.
Who knows? I might be the one who finds the secret of hypnotizing subjects. I know certain people I'd use it on.
Will you tell us if you find the secret?
Oh, she'd have to. A woman isn't supposed to keep a secret, is she?
I don't know whether Malatesta is painting this plot or trying out next year's color scheme for gentlemen's hair. Oh!
Grayson!
I can't understand it. I examined those ropes myself only this morning.
You think you're badly hurt?
I don't know. I'm just numb.
We'll get you to the hospital tent.
One thing I've always admired about you was your honesty.
The thing I've most admired about you was your loyalty to your work and to your friend, Cliff Grayson.
I've never had reason to question his loyalty either. Even now, he's an innocent victim, as I am.
I loved him.
And I loved you.
So did he. But do you think he would ever have admitted it? Unless
you had used me to excite his jealousy.
Exactly.
I suppose in your mind you can justify that.
A woman in love can justify anything.
Be ruthless. Ride roughshod over everything. Forget all sentiment. Decide upon what you want and get it, no matter whom it hurts. I've been told that was the thing to do. And now I find it's a woman's code, too. Well, I still admire your honesty.
Oh, I have a regret. I've hurt you.
Well, you should have no regrets. If getting what you want is everything, there should be no regrets.
Oh, aren't you being a little ruthless now?
No. I'm a man who loves you.
Even now?
Yes. I shall always love you. I have been made somewhat ridiculous, it's true, but still I love you.
Oh, I'd much rather that you'd hate me.
I wish I could. That would make things so easy.
Had you done this to me, I should hate you. If for no other reason, because of pride.
Where you are concerned, I have no pride. I, Chang Zhu, ambassador to the Khmer kingdom of Angkor, witnessed a strange ceremony which Fools! Under our very noses. The ceremony. The zombie ceremony. And the secret does lie in Angkor. Luna, we're going back to Angkor. I want you to go with me.
No, Sahib. Do not go to Angkor.
Why not? Why not?
Please. Please to hold very old religious custom because they glad you all go away. Very dangerous to go back.
Just like the picture.
Whoa, what, Alice? Why are you yelling? Whoa. Oh, we're on. I apologize. I apologize. I fell asleep. Like probably a lot of you in TV land did as well. Oh boy, this movie. Wow.
Crazy.
Oh, I missed the most bad part of the film. What was that so far, Alice? When they were walking in the water, and you could tell behind them was just on a set. It was obvious. Okay, I you know what? I take Alice's word on that. But yes, apologize for falling asleep there. Usually movies don't do that to me. I usually can stay awake, but that one, yeah. But Alice, I know you're angry. Bela Lugosi is not in this film. But if you notice, when they have the voodoo type eyes, those are Bela Lugosi. So his eyes are still in it. That's not the same. Alice just loves Bela Lugosi. That's her favorite. But this movie is I don't know. I'm gonna give it a chance. Maybe it will get better. We're about halfway through. We got a little bit more to go, but we shall see. And I'm happy that Alice is not in her surgical outfit like last week. Oh, being a surgeon is too much work. Now you're just gonna leave it to the mad scientist. That's fine. Which brings me to this elixir here. I don't remember having that liquid in it. It's from the mad scientist. And he says he wants me to try it. It might make the movie better if I drink it? What does that mean? I don't know. This isn't going to be some type of Alice in Wonderland thing where I drink this and then I'm short and then I drink it again and then I'm super tall and breaks through the roof. Kind of smells not so good. I'm just going to try a little bit. Oh no. 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 Oh, that's horrible. I don't know about that stuff, but I gotta go get a drink of water or something after that. So let's get back to the movie Revolt of the Zombies. Ugh.
I can't translate that.
Where's Luke? He's been absent now for 2 days without permission. And right in the middle of this important translation, he disappears into thin air. And none of you, not one of you, are able to offer an explanation. I'll have discipline in this organization if I have to send every one of you back to your own country. Well, dear Luke. Where have you been?
In Angkor.
In Angkor. By whose leave did you absent yourself from your work?
Well, I thought that you would be glad to know that...
You thought? You are incapable of thought. Did I give you permission to go to Angkor for 2 days while your work here, insignificant as it is, waits while I wait?
But Dr. Trevisan,
I will not tolerate insubordination. When you signed with this expedition, you agreed to abide by its orders. You see, Luke, you are dismissed. You will be provided with transportation back to France on the next steamer leaving Saigon.
But, Doctor...
Good day, sir.
Puna. Puna. Sit down. There. Puna, the white man's ways have ever been strange to you of the East. To me, they are strange, too. But I've discovered that he who would succeed must disregard all sentiment, decide upon his objective and drive straight to it. Ruthless? Yes, but therein lies success. Puna, I have discovered the secret formula of the great king of the Khmers. You are my first experiment. If I succeed with you, I will have acquired a knowledge that will make me the most important man in the world. Lower your arms. I will it. Can you move hand or foot, except as I will it?
No, master.
Can you think or speak, except as I command?
No, master.
Luna, we're learning to be ruthless.
Yes, master.
Oh, man. Alice, don't take a drink of that stuff. Just get rid of it. Oh, welcome back. Holding my stomach, that potion or whatever type of liquid is not working with my digestive system very well. Holy cow. I have no idea why the mad scientist gave you that to give to me. Oh, he knew what movie we were showing, and he thought maybe that would make the movie better. I suppose compared to how my stomach feels, the movie is better. But honestly, the movie has gotten a little better. It goes to show you how much a villain can make a movie interesting or a story interesting. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Yes. And things have switched around now, and there's a new master in town. Yes, Alice, I know Dean Jagger is not as good looking as Bela Lugosi, I guess. I don't know, you're the Bela Lugosi expert. But the movie has gotten better enough for me where, it might actually I'll actually have a review at the end of this film. But I've been tricked before. I've been tricked before by other movies where something's really cool, and then because of the budget or lack thereof, it seems rushed or they had to meet their time. But I don't know if any of that is an excuse for this film so far. But I am liking that they have an established villain now, and you kind of feel for the guy a little bit. It's been done before where, out of jealousy, somebody turns into a villain because of who they liked, ended up being with someone else that, happens. It happens a lot in films and in real life. It's just the way it is. But yes, my stomach is not feeling so well. Alice is telling me to put on my big boy pants. If I wasn't so mean, I'd say, why don't you try taking a drink of that? But I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. No, you're not my worst enemy. Oh, Alice, I tell you. Oh, but, yep, I think it's time to get back to the film, because I might have to get back to the bathroom, because I can feel things moving around in my stomach that shouldn't be moving around. So we're in the home stretch, per se. Could make you sad. It could make you happy that this film's going to be over soon. But let us get back to, from 1936, not the revolt of my stomach, but the revolt of the zombies.
Armand, you're a different man. There's no indecision in you these days, lad. You have an authority about you. It's quiet, but one senses it. Like a man who had suddenly found himself.
Took me a long time to acquire it. I no longer question what I should do. I do what I want to do.
That's fine. But there's always one danger of overdoing it. And that's worse than not doing it at all.
McDonald, you're the one man to whom I'm grateful. You're my friend.
I always believed in you, lad.
I know you did.
If you hadn't said what you have, I wouldn't say this. I liked you for the way you stood on your feet when another man had the good luck that you deserved.
Wasn't for me.
That's the way to look at it. She's a grand girl, and he's a good lad. And we'll all be wishing him happiness in another 2 weeks.
Two weeks?
Have Monsieur Grayson come here at once.
Have I said anything I shouldn't, lad?
Yes?
You will proceed at once to his tower. Report to Colonel Lamont, in charge of our survey in that district. Bring back his confidential findings. Take what escort you need.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the confidence you place in me, sir, but isn't this rather an unexpected mission, considering the fact that your daughter and I are to be married in 2 weeks, and the trip to Estella will take 6?
I sympathize with you, Grayson. But our duties come first. You understand?
Yes, sir.
As your poet Bobby Burns has said, the best laid plans of mice and men gang after gley.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Dr. Faustus, with his alchemy, and the help of his satanic majesty, discovered the secret of renewed youth. Just what is the secret you found?
I have not as yet been able to enlist the help of Satan, but perhaps you, with your recently acquired habits of appearing at inopportune moments, hold the power to materialize the Prince of Darkness.
In possession of the knowledge you hold, I should not need his help.
You assume much, my dear Mazovia.
I know much, my dear Luke.
You should know, then, that I'm not easily fooled by your attempted subtleties. Any knowledge that I may possess shall be retained only by me. You see, I don't hold you to be a stupid man.
You have need of me, my dear Luke. You are a clod. I, a man of imagination. You have stumbled upon this lost knowledge of the centuries. I have hesitated at nothing to gain it. Let me share your secret with you, and the world lies at our feet.
In France, did Theon, the high priest, share his knowledge with you?
No. And therefore he died.
You killed him?
With the help of the goddess Siva. Ah, that you will not understand. This, you may. The breaking of the scaffold. So well tested by MacDonald. The mysterious disappearance of Francois and Henri. The refusal of the natives to do any further work.
Why?
The expedition withdrew, did it not? I knew you would not give up. I hoped you would lead me to the secret. Tiang took this from the goddess Siva, and I took it from him. I thought it was what we all thought. It was a clue, but not the right one. This I am right in. You have the secret of the zombies. Let me have it.
You leave me no choice, my dear Mazovia.
You show rare judgment, my dear Luke.
The secret lies in placing the right hand. So, the symbol of the third eye of Siva. The summoning by will of one who is to be your executioner. His hands slowly steal about your throat. Great priest king Yakovam used his subjects, men like you, to build the miracle city of Angkor. Perhaps under my control, you are scheduled for even greater things. Dr. Trevisan, I thank you for reinstating me. So kind. And you, my poor friends, for the unwilling contribution of your souls. You are giving me power to achieve the one thing I want. And I am so grateful. No doubt you would all tear me limb from limb should I ever relinquish this control. But that shall never be.
Cliff.
Claire.
Come on. We're going home right now. Come on, pack up. We're going home. I sensed a change in him when he sent me away.
I'm frightened.
That time Armand was away, he was in Angkor. He's succeeded where we've all failed. He's found the secret of the high priest, and he has power. And both of us taught him the lesson of being ruthless. He knows what he wants, all right. It's you.
What will he do to you?
He'll get me out of the way. Our only chance is to get away together, and right now. Come on.
Your father asked me to say that he wishes to see you at once. I trust you had a pleasant trip to... Where was it? Oh, yes, Ishtala, I believe.
That trip couldn't possibly have been made at your suggestion, could it?
My suggestion? What possible reason could I have had for that?
Same reason as for all these changes have been made since I was sent over for these men and your scheme to marry Claire.
If anything or anyone gets in your way, ride roughshod over him. Isn't that your creed?
Not creed. Just advice I gave to a friend.
You also advised, forget sentiment. If you want a thing, go after it, get it. Isn't that it?
You've proved an apt pupil.
I had a splendid teacher.
And now I'm the one that stands in your way.
You are, but I'm removing you.
Then if I marry you, you will send Cliff back to England. That is your offer, is it not?
Not my offer, my promise.
He goes unharmed.
Unharmed.
I want your word that you will not make him subject to your will as these others are. These
followers, shall we say. He will not be harmed. I give you my word.
I believe that you will keep it.
Yes, I will. And I'll do more. I'll let you bid him goodbye.
I should like to do that.
You love him very much, don't you?
I'm proving it. It isn't easy to give up the one thing in the world one loves.
No, it isn't, is it? I, too, love only one thing in the world, but cannot give it up. Our difference is, I haven't your courage.
There was so much I wanted to say. Now there's so little to say.
I've only felt like this once before. The first time I went up into the front line. I was afraid.
It takes a brave man to say that.
A brave man would never let you sacrifice yourself to save him.
So there's no sacrifice. I love you. I shall always love you. We shan't say goodbye.
No. Just let me look at you.
I'll miss my guide.
Oh, we've got to keep our heads up.
I'm going in now. Quiet, stop.
10 minutes past 5.
From now on, I shall always count time as London.
And mine will always be set 8 hours later. For the east.
An apt pupil. Your teacher commends you. At least I let her remember you as a man.
If I'm not welcome, open the door again. Start me, and I'll roll gently back to my room.
They'll never kill your spirit, MacDonald.
It's all I have left, save my love for my friend.
What's on your mind?
That which is most difficult to do, and have it understood. Give unwanted advice.
That's true, Mac. But go ahead. You're the one man I'll listen to.
Thanks.
Well, what's it all about?
You and yours. You've done a terrible thing to her.
Is it so terrible to fight for and to get the one thing in this world you want?
Not if you played a gentleman's game.
I don't like sermons.
Nor perhaps the truth?
Perhaps not.
I do. This power which you have, this obsession which drives you on, will defeat you in the end, and it should. You fool yourself with the delusion that you can make this woman love you. You can't do it. No man should do what his sense of right tells him not to do, nor desire that which it forbids him to desire. When right ways disappear, one's person must vanish with one's principles. That was said by an ancient philosopher, and I hold these things to be true. Good night.
My dearest, know that I love you. Loving each other, we are no farther apart than our thoughts could reach.
Claire, I've just been told that my hope of having you care for me is a delusion. Would you say that?
I married you. I kept my bargain.
And I kept mine.
For that I am grateful.
Is that all I'm to ever have? Your gratitude?
Yes.
I envy Clifford. I'd give up everything I have if you could just find it in your heart to think kindly of me.
You asked me to think kindly of you. You have control over my thinking. You've proved that with my father and others. You've made them subject to your will.
I could never do that to you. I couldn't. If I give up this power, if I release these people,
then I should really believe that you love me.
I'll prove it. I give it up.
We are free again. We can think. The madman who did this to us must die, so that he can never do it again.
I love you. You wondered once how the great priest-king Yakovarman lost his power, releasing his subjects. He was enamored of the fair Indra. He did try by sundry means to win her love. But she, as women will, could not care for him. So he willingly gave up his power for this woman he loved. Claire?
Come on, where is he? What's happened?
Whom the gods destroy, they first make mad.
That was difficult to watch. That was very difficult to watch. Oh, kind of a train wreck of a movie. I apologize. But, you know, some movies got to be bad because then it makes other movies awesome. I don't know if you understand what I'm kind of getting at there, but... And Alice. Where did Bubbles go? He was here like about 10 minutes ago. He couldn't take it any longer. I didn't know Bubbles was such a film critic. Oh, he reviews all the movies? I just can't hear him. Oh, wow. Okay, I suppose, what does he say, like, how many paws out of 5? Not funny, huh? Okay. But yes, this movie had a lot going against it from the start. You bill it as a sequel to a masterpiece of a film, White Zombie, starring Bela Lugosi. And you don't get Bela Lugosi to be in this film. And you only have his eyes. And they always say it's in the eyes. But even Bela Lugosi's eyes could not save this film. You're not so mad that Bela wasn't in this movie, huh? Why is that? Okay. I kind of agree with that. She says that it would be a horrible thing for him to be in such a horrible film. That Bela Lugosi deserves better. I agree. We'll never know. If Bela Lugosi was in this film, would it have been better? It could have. But there was so much badness in this film. I'm having a hard time even thinking to review this. Holy cow. Alice already has a review. And I can't say those words on TV. This is a family show. But basically, this movie is as bad as if you were to drink all of the liquid in the potion. And just taking a sip and me having to use the facilities, I can tell you if one sip does that, if you drink the whole thing, you might not survive. Might not survive. There definitely wouldn't be a show next week if I had to drink that whole thing. Okay, but my review, ranking, whatnot, critique of this film, not much I can say good about it. I did like that they finally, a little late, had a villain, a main villain, which looked like it was gonna save it, but it did not. And I am going to give this movie, I think this might be the lowest I've ever went for a film. I'm gonna give this a 0.5 shovels out of 5. If you made it through the whole film, you must either really like myself or really like Alice, or you fell asleep too, so you had it on the whole time but weren't watching it. But whatever, we know that it was not a great film, and we apologize, but we hope we entertained you tonight. And Alice has picked out a cartoon. And she picked out a cartoon not because the movie was scary. It was scary bad, but not because it was scary. Because she wants you to go to sleep and not have nightmares of such a bad film, which I'm all for that. I might have to watch a couple cartoons to get the taste out of my mouth. Which the taste from this movie is just as bad as that potion. But anyways, it is cartoon time, which means it is the end of the show. No reason to be sad. We will be back. You can be sad because the film was so bad, but besides the point. It is the end of the show. And we are thrilled that you tuned in and started your weekend right with a fright or a bad movie on Spine Chilling Cinema. So, for myself, Oliver, the Caretaker Collins, and the Queen of Shenanigans, Alice, and wherever Bubbles is, we cannot wait to see you again.
Skiddly-day-da-bee-bob-dee-skiddly-doo, skeetin' and a-skettin' and a-skoodly-day, bee-beem-da-bob-bob-dee-doodly-day-doo, skidda-ba-dee-da-bob-bob-da-doodly-day. My babies. Time for your bath, me little blossoms. Just like a refreshing April shower. Now to get you good and dry so's your iron wouldn't rust. We don't want no ants in our plants, does we? Diaper. There now, all ready for your spinach bed. I'll tuck you in nice and cozy. This formula makes me little sprouts good and stout. Now that's what I calls a peaceful, contented nursery. Me babies. A gopher. Now, you leaves me spinach alone, young fella. Yow! Comes back with me spinach. This'll flush 'em out. That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Pardon me. Say your prayers. I hasn't got the heart to pull the trigger. I guess I'm just an old softy.